If you are wondering, Bingle Pringle, why are you starting your episode at the top of the windmill? Well, I would ask you, why do you have to be so judgmental? I think, oh, it's gotta be you. Excuse me. It has to be you. Look at you. No, you get back here. We have a new friend. And what is going on here? I don't even know. So I don't know what just happened, but my assembler just blew up. We've done the thing that I said we wanted to do this episode. So we're done with the episode today. Please leave me tips in Greg Tech because I'm gonna need them. I'm really gonna need them. It's gonna be a doozy. Alright everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaGreg. This is episode 15. Now, if you are wondering, Bingle Pringle, why are you starting your episode at the top of the windmill? Well, I would ask you, why do you have to be so judgmental? Yes, welcome back. We are back with TerraFirmaGreg, once again, episode 15. And you may notice that I look a little bit different. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Did you get a haircut? No. But I did do some off-camera work. And what I did is I made some better armor, some better gear. I made some hiking boots. I made a new shield, new tongs, new sword, new axe, new pickaxe, blah, 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 a bunch of new tools, because we've got blue steel. I might as well use it, right? And I also did some other off-camera things, so let me show you. I actually can tear this windmill down because I don't really need this anymore because I'm not using it. And the first thing that you might notice is there's a new doohickey over here. And yes, we're adding to the doohickey collection here. This is a set of assembly lines, if I could speak properly. And what might these be for, you are asking? Well, these are for precision mechanisms, which take this recipe sequence, and this one is the precision mechanism line. It's got the gears, or the springs, the gears, the bolts, and then I just throw some plates on, and then this ejector throws them back to go 3 times around, and then they come out here into this chest. I've already made a couple of them right here. Oh, I also upgraded my backpack as well, because I could. So now it's got more inventory slots. Now, the next line we have is the, what are they called? Electron tubes and vacuum tube line. I just put that into one because they both take 4 deployers, so I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just do the same. So yeah, I put the stuff in the hopper, it automatically feeds onto the belt, and then I'll just change out the hands for now whenever I need more electron tubes or vacuum tubes. And then if it's an electron tube, which I need to actually filter that through, if it's an electron tube, it'll just come out into this chest, and if it's not an electron tube, it will be vacuumized and then set out into this chest. And since electron tubes only take 1 cycle through, this won't like make an unfinished electron tube go through or anything like that. It just works. Now, the last one over here is, now if you've played this mod pack, you might understand what this line is. This one is what we were going to do today. This one is our first LV electronic circuit line, which takes 2 resistors, 2 vacuum tubes, an electron tube, some glue, and a steel plate. So 2 resistors, 2 vacuum tubes, electron tube, glue, and a steel plate in this line. And yeah, that is what we're going to be doing today. That is our main focus of this episode. So let's get right into it, shall we? So the first thing that we're going to do is make our resistors. And I haven't actually looked at, I mean, I've looked at these recipes, but not very closely. So we're just going to need some paper, some coal dust, some wire, and some sticky resin. Now, I can do that pretty simply, and I did also realize that I can make paper via, oh my goodness, if I can navigate, I can make paper via the forge hammer, which I didn't realize before. So all we need is some thermochemically treated hardwood pulp in the forge hammer and make a whole bunch of paper. And the hardwood pulp is not hard to make. You just put some hardwood pulp and some lye and mix it up. And lye is just wood ash and water, so it's not hard at all. And then you can just put that in the forge hammer and grab yourself some paper. Then we've got the copper wire, which I've made a coiling machine. I think I've showed you guys. So all I'm going to do is take some copper wire here and throw it into the coiling machine a couple times, get some of that fine copper wire. And then charcoal dust and sticky resin, those are pretty freaking basic. And we're going to make our first LV electronic circuit today. So let's just jump right into that, shall we? Let's go to early automation and let's see what we need. So we're going to need the resin printed circuit board, which is extremely easy to make. I just need some more of the regular resin circuit boards. I'm also kind of considering making a farm for sticky resin, but if I can just hold out a little longer and make a fluid solidifier in LV, then I should be alright to just kind of not have to worry about making a farm yet with like the vat and stuff. I can just do it with some electronics instead, which would be pretty awesome. So let's make the electric circuit board and the resistors. So I will do that right now. Also, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. It's a fine January 3rd. Hope you guys' New Year is going well as well. It's my New Year's been off to a pretty good start, so happy with that. Also, I hope you guys aren't upset that I made that machine off camera. I didn't really think it was necessary. It was just kind of an infrastructure thing, and it's not very like progress oriented. It's more so infrastructure oriented, so I was just like, okay, I'll just have this set up so that we can get the episodes going a little bit better. So yeah, because I really don't want to have like a whole bunch. I don't want to have like 100 episodes of just filler content. I want to like have something to bring to the table every episode. So yeah, that's why I did that. Anyway, I hope you guys aren't too upset by that. Overall, I'm super excited to continue with this series and get into some different stuff. I mean, Create has been awesome, and getting all these things set up has been kind of annoying, especially since I'm not an expert at Create or anything like that. But yeah, I've learned a lot from this. Yes, I know what you're gonna say. Bingle Pringle, you really don't have a tree farm yet? Nope. I mean, I've got a rubber tree farm, but that's not really the same thing. But yeah, I'm super excited to continue on with this series, and I'm hoping you guys are as well. Yeah, it's been really fun, especially learning Create and stuff. I'm not a Create expert, but having had the opportunity to learn it, it is definitely a very unique mod. There's not really a lot out there like it. Definitely think it's one of my more favorite mods. That being said though, I'm really sick of it, and I really want to move on with my life here and no more Create. I would love to just have it all be electric powered, because that's usually what I've mainly played with, is things like Industrial Craft and stuff like that. I've never actually played with GregTech though before, so I'm excited to see what GregTech has to offer. I've heard some pretty, you know, some things are good about it and some things are not so good about it, but we'll find out. Also, an update on these farms, the farm here and then the farm down near the Nether. This one has been working really well, even though it has to be semi-automated. Whenever it's growing, it grows well. The only issue that I have with it right now is that this funnel is super close to the belt here, and so what happens is this line will fill up really fast, and then these logs don't have anywhere to go, so then they automatically will go into the hopper, and then they just kind of get stuck there. So that's something I'm gonna have to figure out probably in the future. Honestly, the only thing I have thought of is just replacing this line with hoppers instead, because then they have more inventory space, but that still doesn't necessarily fix the issue. And also, I'm using this line to transfer rotational energy down and over to this area, but I mean, I guess I could probably, that's probably the lesser of the two evils here. Yeah, that's the really only gripes I have with this farm, and the fact that it's not fully automated, but that's not something I can fully control at the moment. And then down there, the only thing I've really been having to do is fertilize the soil, but I did actually get a yield from it. I got a grand total of 6 beets. Yeah, that's it. But hey, 6 beets is more than I had before, so I can't really complain too much. Mixing up our hardwood pulp now, getting ourselves some thermochemically treated hardwood pulp. And then we'll just put in the forge hammer, get some more paper, and then we should really be set for making... I might need some more sticky resin, but I can do that really fast. But yeah, we should be all set to make some of these resistors, and that is exciting. That's one more thing done on the quest book, and then we'll just need these circuit boards, and we just need to put it all together in the line. So yeah, things will be looking up, and we will be getting to LV this episode, which is awesome. Alright, we've got everything together now to make our resistors, so let's make as many as we can, which is going to be 10 for now. What am I mixing? Oh, I'm missing more sticky resin. Yeah. I accidentally used it all. Oopsie. That shouldn't be too big of an issue for now, but I will need some more later. I'll just have to wait for my trees to grow, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty cool. We got our resistors now, so we can go ahead and put these on the line. It's kind of annoying that I can't have like one deployer place more than one thing on, like I can't have this deployer place two resistors. I need two deployers placing resistors, at least with this setup, but I'm sure there's other ways that I can do it. I just really don't want to have to go through and renovate this whole thing now, because I've already got it working and it works, so I just don't want to mess with it. So it is what it is. And now next up on our agenda is to just make some of these electronic circuit boards, which are very, very, very simple. And I believe we also need these to make vacuum tubes. Yes, these resin circuit boards, which is kind of an issue because that means I need more sticky resin, which I accidentally used all of. But I guess I can just make... I've got 3 boards on me right now, so I can make 2 vacuum tubes for the actual thing, and then I can just make the one into an LV circuit for now, I guess. So yeah, that's what we will do. Okay, and while that is cooking up, I guess I'll just turn all of these into resin printed circuit boards because we're going to have some more sticky resin anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. And that is that part done. So now the only thing that we need to do is assemble the circuits. Alright, so we are starting out with, we're going to make 5 basic electronic circuits. And so that means I just need 10 vacuum tubes, and that should be the last thing I've got. Let me go check over here again. So we've got 5 resistors on each of these, and then these are going to be 5 each for the vacuum tubes. 9 electron tubes, which is more than 5. Enough glue to support 5, and then 5 steel plates. So that should, in theory, give us all 5. I just need to actually put these 10 resin circuit boards in here and then watch it go. And I haven't actually tested the filter, but I hope it works. It should work. Okay, it doesn't fully work because I've kind of messed that part up. But that's fine, I can just throw it in manually for now. Or not. Okay. Oopsie. Okay, I have fixed the issue. And now we're getting vacuum tubes. So, this is big news. Also, if there's a better way to do this, because I swear you could, like, just... I mean, I guess I could look it up, but I swear there's a way that you can just, like, funnel something directly into a chest rather than having to use a hopper. Like, I swear that's a thing. I could just be dumb, but... I couldn't get it to funnel anything into a chest. But it's very, very possible that I'm just a little bit silly, so... Anyway, these are now... Isn't there supposed to be one more? I swear there's supposed to be one more. Did I do something wrong? Hold on, let me go try to find this vacuum tube, because I've lost it. Okay, so I don't know what happened to it, so I'm just going to make one more. But now we can also test this little theory here. Everything should be working. And then it drops into this and goes into here, and only finished vacuum tubes will pop out the front. Yes, indeed. And now we can go and take these vacuum tubes and put them here. And now we should just be able to throw these resin circuit boards and then watch it go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 basic electron. There it is! What the heck? Okay, well, you know what? We might as well vacuumize it since we are here. How did it get there? Anyway, I'll take that vacuum tube, thank you very much. And you can have it, I guess. And then we have 5 basic electronic circuits. Awesome. Now we are into the LV era here. And so, yeah, I guess I'll just do a little bit of reading and then I will catch up to you. Okay, so already I know exactly which thing we're going to get to first, and that is going to be this electric blast furnace, because each one of these machine casings takes 8 steel plates, which is not cheap, especially for the way that I'm making steel at the moment, which is, I mean, it's functional, but it's not very great. And the electric blast furnace can probably just make that a lot better. So that will be the main goal of, I don't know if it'll be the main goal of this episode or what. I mean, I guess we could probably try to make it the main goal of this episode. We'll see how long it takes. Anyway, but before we do any of this, there's one thing that you're probably wondering. How are we going to get power? That's an excellent question. This is all electric, so it's over here. So we probably want to make either the alternators, but if we do, we need an LV converter. So we would actually need 2 electronic circuits to make the power generation from create, or we can either make the steam turbine, which will take, it looks like just 1 LV circuit as of right now. So yeah, I guess our first goal of the series for right now. Oh, we could also make combustion generator. Carries a lot more energy. This makes it easier to move, or if you need a power generator far from your base, a drum filled with biodiesel. I mean, that could also be an option. I guess for right now, we can just do steam. Also, real quick, as a side note, while I'm waiting for some stuff to smelt up, these, where are they? These reinforced light concrete supports are really not hard to make. You just need to make some rebar supports with some steel wire and steel rods, and you get 8 of them, and then mix them with some liquid concrete, which is super easy to make. Just gypsum, calcite, and any type of stone. You can also do gypsum and marble, any type of stone. Really, really easy stuff to make. And these supports are genuinely, I think they're actually the best supports in the game. Like, they're the equivalent of steel, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, steel supports also do the same thing as these. They're immense life changers. If you are playing this mod pack, please, for the love of God, make these reinforced light concrete supports. They will change your life, I promise you. My entire farm down there is powered off of 7 of these. Like, my entire farm is supported from just 7 of those, and I can make it bigger if I wanted to. So, just an FYI to everybody playing out there, make those supports. I found these, they are a lifesaver. I should also mention that if you are not to the stage of being able to get steel yet, because you do need steel in order to make these good reinforced concrete supports, you can also make regular concrete supports. They're a little bit more tedious to make, but you just need mortar, a chisel, and some light concrete, which you can make with some liquid concrete, which I showed you how to make earlier, and a wooden frame. So still not a bad option if you don't have steel yet, and definitely would have changed some things if I knew about them sooner. So it's really up to you. Honestly, the wooden supports are fine too. They're just easy to make as well, but yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, so I'm also on my way to get some redstone right now, but I thought, why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone and do some fertilization of the farm? And also, this is what I was talking about. Just these supports reinforced this entire place. This whole place is supported. So if you are able to make these reinforced light concrete supports, do so, because they are amazing. All right, we are back, and it looks like the farm has collected a couple of things, so let's take a look, see if we have anything. Oh my goodness, yes we do. We've got quite a couple of things, actually. I'm gonna need some more inventory space for that. So let me just go ahead and do that and grab all this stuff. Look at that! Awesome! So yeah, it is working, which is amazing, because now I don't have to, you know, run around for food all the time, just only some of the time. Alright, we now have everything ready. Let's make our steam turbine generator. Awesome. So now we have electricity. Large bronze boiler. Optional big boy variant of the small boilers. Alternative to the create steam engine. We recommend holding off on making this until you're ready to power your electronic blast furnace. Okay, well, that will be pretty soon, because we're going to be making that in this episode, but that's fine for now. We've got the electricity production. So now we just need do we need the extractor? Like, what exactly do I need to make this? Can I, like, skip some stuff, or should I do what I need to? It looks like we only need the liquid extraction for cupronickel, but I don't know, actually, because I think I can kind of skip this for now. Well, I'll try to make some cupronickel instead and see what happens, because I would love to get to the electric blast furnace. So yeah, let's focus on that. So let's make cupronickel ink. Oh, okay, so I will need an assembler to make the electronic blast furnace. So, well, I guess we will have to make that first. Okay, so I'm here in the nether, right? And I was just mining some nickel. We got quite a bit of it. Got some rich nickel, some raw nickel. Also, we got some cooperite, which I have no idea what it does, but I'm realizing the more like I play Greg Tech, the more I'm gonna need these random freaking ores that I have no idea what they do. Oh, actually, it looks like this one's just like a blend of a whole bunch of different ores. You got platinum, nickel, sulfur, and palladium, all of which I actually had never found palladium before, but I'm sure we're gonna need it at some point. But there's one thing that's super important that we can do now that I completely forgot about, and that is getting a friend. So let's see, what do we have? We've got yellow, a brown one. Looks like just yellow and brown here. I think, oh, it's gotta be you. Excuse me. It has to be you. Look at you. No, you get back here. We have a new friend. An axolotl. We're gonna make sure that he has a nice place back at home. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you guys see that. We're gonna go back home now and continue doing whatever I was doing, which I forgot because it's the next day, but yeah, I'm sure I set a note or something for myself. Anyway, hi. Ow. What? Hey! Okay, anyway, we will be back. So yeah, see you in a sec. Oh, there's Cal and Clay here. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, we're back home, and I have to put our new friend in the lake. Comments below, what should we name him? Also, there is something else I realized, which is that come winter, he will freeze in this lake, so I might actually just, like, make it one deeper, so that just the top layer freezes, and then he can still, you know, run around and do whatever under the water. So I think I'll do that right now, actually, so that I don't forget, and then he dies, and I'll be very sad. So yeah, let me do that real quick. Alright, we are now done, so now he's got plenty of room to swim around in. So he will be a very happy man for the rest of his life. So yeah, that is exciting news. This is probably the biggest thing that's happened since the start of this series, actually. So if I remember from yesterday, we were working towards making our electronic blast furnace, which required us to make cupronickel, and cupronickel was from nickel and copper being smelted together. So that's why I needed the nickel and the copper. And I think it said the recipe requires 128. Yeah, 128 cupronickel. I don't know if yeah, so I need 128 cupronickel, 32 bronze, and 16 tin alloy to craft the heating coils required for my first electronic blast furnace. This is still less than half of the cost of the whole EBF and raw materials. I'll still need about a stack of each of Invar and steel. So I think we have enough steel already. Yes, we do, actually. As long as I use less than one more steel ingot, we'll have enough. So I would really like that. Because then we won't have to make steel that way anymore over there. It's works, but it's annoying. It's also come to my attention that we're running low on coal, so I'm gonna have to go and get some more very soon. So that will be something I'll do off camera, most definitely, because you guys don't want to see that, I'm sure. It's just the same thing, mining stuff over and over and over again. I would like to maybe consider the automatic. Okay, if I could not lag. Okay. I would like to maybe consider the automatic mining things that were presented to us in early automation. I just don't know how efficient this is gonna be, or if it's even worth doing it all if I can just do it myself. It's not really that hard. I just don't know. I think it's probably just better if I just go mining for right now, because I've got the ore bag and stuff like that. Then I don't have to worry about the logistics of transferring all the materials and stuff like that. I probably won't be too concerned with this for a while, if ever. Maybe once we get into like higher tier voltage stuff, so then we can do some more automatic mining a little bit more efficiently. But yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Oh, would you look at that? The rubber tree farm is ready to run again. I didn't even notice this. Oh my god, it's laggy. Also, I'm so happy it's oh my goodness. I'm so happy it's late spring already. Dang. Anyway, I'm very happy it's spring because I'm gonna have to deal with the snow. I hate snow, man. It's so annoying. I love snow in real life. I mean, with a grain of salt, because, you know, snow in real life is also annoying. But, like, in this, it's just really annoying. Because then I've got to worry about making sure all my machines stay uncovered so that their exhausts don't, you know, clog up or anything like that. It's surprisingly realistic. I'm not gonna lie, how, like, you have to maintain everything once it starts snowing. You know, I could also fix that with a roof, but who wants to build a roof? Like, seriously? And then that is not a very... that is a very laggy farm. Oh god, it's... Okay. I will clean this up and I'll get back to you guys, I guess. Okay, so I don't understand how all of the logs got strewn about the entire area, but is... Like, what? How did this happen? Because that's not what normally happens. And how... What kind of... What is going on here? I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know why it's suddenly deciding to be a complete disaster. But this is just how life is gonna be, I guess, for now. Excuse me, that's very scary. I think it's flinging all the logs around. Is the chest full, maybe? But if the chest was full, why isn't it... Oh god, there's sticks on here too. If the chest is full, why isn't it, like, emptying? I need to turn this off and figure this out, I guess. Because this is getting very weird. Oh dear heavens. This is great. Okay, I'm gonna deal with this, I guess, and... What is happening here? Okay. I'll figure this out off camera. So it is abundantly clear to me that things are working maybe a little bit too well at times. And I need a better solution into this farm. Because this chest is full and it's not even, like, connecting here for some reason. I don't know if it's just being stupid. I really don't know what's going on anymore. But, I guess the good news is that it works. And I don't have to do it fully by myself. I just have to clean up after it, you know. Which is not really what I want to be doing with my time, but... Like, I would be so happy if this just did it on its own, but I'm not that intelligent. I can't make a farm like that. The biggest issue I have is just this whole thing here. I wonder if there's, like, a way I could feed it into some kind of storage tank and then just drop it on the belt, maybe? So, like, maybe feed it into a crate, because crates can hold logs, and then drop it onto the belt as it is able to. Or maybe just have a whole line of hoppers here, and then one hopper connecting to the end of the belt, and have it there. I really don't know, maybe like a crate and then a bunch of hoppers, and then put a hopper here on the belt. Something like that. But that still doesn't solve the problem of why it's not even like putting the logs in the thing, or on the belt anyway. So yeah, that's kind of where we're standing at the moment. But hey, it was definitely an attempt, and if anything, this part works pretty well. Minus the fact that I have to... This whole thing doesn't work very well, does it? I mean, I did my best. I can figure this out later. Anyway, that's not really the focus of this video, but I just thought it was funny, because there's crap everywhere now. Have they gone in the chests? Any of them gone in these chests? No, I guess not. But yeah, that's what we're doing now, I guess. Hey, it works, and that's more than I had it working previously, which was not at all automated, I guess. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled programming. So the only thing now that I have to do is make an assembler. So the assembler comes from just a whole lot of motors. What else? And the arms, which are also more motors, and more motor. Oh my goodness. This is a lot of motors I'm gonna have to be crafting. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I will get back to you once we have So made some progress on the assembler front. Making our last arm. Now the only thing I'm missing for the assembler is one more tin cable, so we can do that very simply. And now we have ourselves an assembler. Awesome. So now that the assembler is finished, we can make the cupronickel coils, which just take some cupronickel wire and some bronze foil to make one, and we need 16 of them. Okay, now we're making some steam, and we put this here. And how do I make you go? Maybe I need a cable. There. And there. Does that work? Or does it have to be on... Hold on. And then you will go here? I don't know if you have power in you. What's something that I can assemble real quick and just try? Oh, this does have power. I can see it. Would it have power if I put it here? No, so I think it does need the cable to go into the back of it, which is fine. I can deal with that for sure. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So now we have an assembler that we can work with. And go ahead and make our cupronickel coils. So the only thing I don't know if I can do with a bucket is the tin alloy. But I guess we're gonna try it, because it's only one way to find out. Okay, so I couldn't put it in a bucket. I mean, I can put it in a bucket, I just didn't. I decided to instead put it in a drum, and then just put it down that way into the assembler. So now all we need to do is actually make our cupronickel coils. Okay, we've got everything in order, so I should just be able to go ahead and put this in here, and now it is assembling my coils, which is amazing. And hopefully it's not eating too much power. It doesn't really look like it. I mean, we're not using... If I was using the this as well... Oh, speaking of that, I should probably empty that out. Oh, I actually need to put more coke in it. I've still got more iron I could be making. Yeah, we're making some cupronickel coil blocks, which is amazing. And while that is cooking up, the electronic blast furnace needs a whole bunch of other stuff, including the block itself, which, oh, that's just a lot more circuits. And 3 high-pressure steam furnaces! My god. Okay, I mean, that's not that hard, actually. We can just make all that pretty simply, considering we've got iron forever. And then the maintenance hatches and stuff like that just, oh my, this just takes a whole bunch of tools. Okay, but one thing that I do remember it saying is something about not wanting to make the large bronze boiler until we want to power my electronic blast furnace, which I would like to do in this episode. I don't know how long that will be. I mean, I've been only recording for quote-unquote 23 minutes this episode, so, or this session, I should say. And yeah, things are looking up in the world. We're making progress today. I would like to probably... I want, in the end of this episode, I want to be powering the electronic blast furnace, but that also requires us to make the bronze boiler. So I'm gonna have to make all of this as well, which will kind of suck, but hey, it's not like the end of the world. I don't think it should be too hard, especially considering we've got a lot of bronze floating around right now, because I'm making it all, but this is exciting. Big news for the day. At the end of this episode, we will have a functioning electronic blast furnace, hopefully, maybe. That's the goal. So we will see how well that goes. So I will keep you guys updated. Also, in other news, we're making our first diamond tool, and it's going to be a pink diamond crowbar, because we're awesome like that. And I should be able to use this to go ahead and make our maintenance hatch. So that is one of many components for both, I think, the electronic blast furnace, and this also needs a... Oh... Wait, huh? HV? Do I need this? Or can it be a... Do I need a configurable maintenance hatch? Because I can't make that. Surely not, right? Can I just use a regular maintenance hatch? guess we will find out. Hopefully not. So I don't know what just happened, but my assembler just blew up. I saved the turbine generator, but the assembler is definitely absolutely gone. I was just over there trying to sort some stuff out, and oh, that hurts. Oh. Oh my god. I don't know if I need the assembler for anything else. I probably will. For really any of this other stuff. And if I don't need it for the blast furnace, I'm gonna need it for other things, but I guess I might actually be safe for now. I guess the good thing is that I can use the blast furnace to make some more steel later. That just really freaking sucks. Ugh. Oh well, I guess. Not all is completely lost. Anyway, back to what I was doing, I guess. I really don't understand why my assembler blew up. I mean, I wasn't really using it, and it was just sitting there powered, and I guess maybe it overheated or something, because also the steam turbine did start catching fire. So I don't know exactly what happened. I'll have to take some research into it, but it's just very unfortunate that that happened. At least I didn't lose the generator as well. I could have lost both, which would have been way worse, I feel. But yeah, that's just a lot of stuff that I lost there with the assembler, which is... it is what it is, I guess. Okay, so I've been playing for a little while, and I realized why my thing exploded, the assembler. It's because I had some... well, I basically had a wire fire from the amperage, or from the... basically, long story short, electrical stuff. Totally, I get it, but also I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more. Also, apparently rain, what was it? Like rain, rain, water, fire, or too high of a voltage can all cause my machines to blow up, which I didn't know, but now I know, so that's pretty cool. So I'll make sure I don't have that happen next time. And also some things that I've been thinking about. Short-term goal, I mean, first of all, I've got everything ready to make the large bronze boiler. I didn't need the maintenance hatch or anything like that. It's an option. Like, there's optional different types of things that you can put in there, and the maintenance hatch was one of them. You put it here, I think, or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't need that. I just have the ULV input, output, and the input bus. Actually, I don't even need the fluid input. I guess I can use that for something else. But, so short-term goal is I want to get the bronze boiler down and make the electronic blast furnace in this episode. Long-term goal, I want to eventually get rid of all these create machines and replace them with their LV counterparts, because though this is functional, it's not very practical. And so, and also I would really like to scrap all these parts and use them for something else later down the line. I don't really know what, but that's a lot of resources that I can be using for other things involving create and stuff like that. So I would love to get rid of this monster here and replace it with something that looks a little bit nicer, but that's a longer term goal. Anyway, right now I'm thinking about putting the boiler maybe up here, or either putting it up here or expanding this outward this way and then putting it there, but I don't really know yet. I also could put it here because I don't have a lot of stuff going on here. And I also made another coke oven, or I'm going to make another coke oven. I've got the blocks right here, and the idea is that I'm going to have a coke oven right next to the boiler that just fuels it and keeps it going. And I also need to keep water pumped into it at all times, or else it will explode. So a lot of risks of explosions here, but hopefully everything goes well. So I will get back to you whenever I put down the boiler and get everything running, and well, actually I don't need to put down the boiler yet because I don't have the blast furnace to power. So I guess I won't be getting back to you yet. There is one more thing that I was considering. Whenever I was talking about the blast furnace, where is it? You maybe should consider building a separate power line with separate generators close to the EBF and a battery buffer to run this. And be wary of the cable loss, which, speaking of which, I need to make these manganese phosphide wires because those are superconductors, and that means they don't have any voltage loss, which is awesome. But a battery buffer would be nice to have, because if I don't have a battery buffer, I'll just be wasting all the power that I'm generating, and I don't really want to do that. I would like to at least have some storage of power first, so I guess I'm going to have to work on making battery buffers and stuff like that so that I can then, you know, do the thing and have some decent energy storage. So I will work on the blast furnace and the battery buffer, and I'll get back to you whenever anything else interesting happens. So, yeah, I do need the assembler again, because I can't make the input hatches any other way. These hatches have to be made via the assembler, which I let blow up. So, I've got to make a new assembler, which is really, really unfortunate, because that means I need another 10 motors and all that other crap. So, yeah, things are going very well at the moment. Just swimmingly. I'll let you know how that goes. Alrighty, it is currently the next day after the previous recording, and I honestly have forgotten what I was doing, but I'm pretty sure I was making another assembler because my last one blew up, because I needed to make the electric blast furnace. And I really don't know how long this whole episode is going to be, but it does not end until we get the blast furnace. And I promise you that. And my current issue is that I needed food and tin, so I guess I've got to go solve those two problems. But yeah, I'm thinking, I'm really considering, I'm not even on the right page. Let me, before I set my mouse down here, I'm really considering probably streaming some TerraFirmaGreg in the future, because a lot of the stuff has just been me crafting and then showing you guys I crafted the thing. And it's fine, I guess, but like it's considerably a lot, like I'm taking a considerable amount longer to make these videos, and I don't want to just like make you guys think I just kind of disappeared, because I'm right here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. But yes, we are going to make the electric blast furnace in this episode, and it will happen. I just got to get there. And I needed the assembler because I needed to make all these output hatches and stuff like that, and the only way I can do that is via assembling them together. Alright, we have ourselves our assembler again, and I'm not going to use it until I need to, and then I'm going to get rid of it because I know for a fact I'm going to screw it up again. And I believe the problem was that the amperage here is, in this tin cable, is 1 amp, but the assembler takes more than 1 amp, maybe? Or something like that. And then the turbine, where's the turbine? Here. Like, outputs 1 amp. I don't exactly know why it did what it did, but either way. Oh, I think what happened is maybe it, so this takes in 32 volts a tick, but the tin cable loses 1 volt per tick or something like that, and then it caused a fire or something, maybe? Something like that. I really don't know, but I'm just gonna not use it until I need to use it, and then that should be fine, right? Hopefully. Anyway. Now I need to continue making the rest of the blast furnace stuff. And I'll get back to you whenever that's done, I guess. Alright, see you later. God dang it, I've been recording this whole time. Oops. Alright. After a very long time of crafting, I think we've got it. So I didn't follow the crafting book, or I didn't follow the quest book exactly, but I've got everything I need in this category right here to make the electronic blast furnace. I've got the input bus, the input hatch for fluids, output bus, maintenance hatch, muffler hatch, 2 energy hatches, and the 14 heat-proof Invar casings, and the cupronickel coils, and the blast furnace itself, of course. And then for the boiler, I've got everything I need here. I've got the input, or the item input, the fluid input, fluid output, firebox casings, pipe casings, steam casings, and the boiler itself, plus another maintenance hatch in here. So, I'm pretty sure I've got everything. Now I just have to build the things and hope that I didn't miss anything, or else I'll be very, very sad. And also, if this ever blows up, the series is over. I think I think I'll be done for. So yeah, we're gonna try it, and I will let you know how that goes. I think I'm gonna start with building the blast furnace, I guess, because I've got the resources right here in my inventory. And then I'll build the boiler next to it, and we will just see what happens then. So I think I'm probably gonna put it I'm thinking either right here or up here. Probably right here. I think this is probably a simpler spot. And unfortunately, if I had followed the quest line and made the extractor, then I could have gotten a terminal which will automatically build the multiblock for me. But since I didn't, I'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is fine by me. But yeah, this is massive news. I just have to properly make it after I do that. Okay. So let's just go ahead and get started, shall we? I will let you know how that goes. I will be back in just a moment. Alrighty. Structure formed, it needs maintenance, but that's okay with me for now, because this is assembled. And now I just need to put the boiler next to it. I should probably also move this barrel somewhere else. I'll just move it right there, pretty far, right? Okay. Now it's time for the boiler. So I'll grab all of these things, and I will build it right now. I will see you just a sec. Alrighty, and now our boiler is also formed. Now, I have realized one very slight oopsie-daisy. I set this up as if the boiler is the one that makes the energy. The boiler is the one that makes the steam. The generators, the turbines, are the ones that make the energy. So I'm going to have to make a lot more of those. But we've done the thing that I said we wanted to do this episode. So we're done with the episode today. Oh god, you know, I've been really thinking recently, because suddenly everything's gotten a lot more difficult to do in this mod pack, which obviously I know is kind of the whole point, but I've never played GregTech before, and it is interesting to say the least. Also, this has got to go. This needs to go. If anything, what I'll probably do is hook that boiler. Oh, first of all, I need to move it. And then I want to make all the machines that are the create equivalent of... Or I want to make the GregTech equivalent of all these create machines and get rid of this whole thing. That's probably going to be the next episode. Or I could do it off camera. I might even do it off camera because I don't want to make you guys sit through that. My tin cables are done. Thank you. But yeah, that might be an off-camera thing that I do, because it'll take me a little bit, and I don't want to make you guys sit through that. But ideally, I want this all gone, and I want this to be the main man right here. So I'm probably going to end up moving these and then putting them here, or maybe even expanding this whole area, because it used to be pretty big, and now all of a sudden it's kind of small, so I don't know. But anyway, that's probably what we're going to do off camera, or next episode, probably off camera. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all the funny stuff that you do on these YouTube platforms. And yeah, that's really all I've got for you. Please leave me tips in GregTech, because I'm going to need them. I'm really going to need them. It's going to be a doozy. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.